Yo, what is going on, you search and destroy savages? It's your boy Tupac, back again today, and as you can tell by the fact me being in theatre mode, we are analysing a random player in Search and Destroy. It looks like he has a combat knife on his back, and he's using the Man of War with reflex, high caliber, and grip. Now, I would suggest running stock on all assault rifles, having better movement speed and being able to pre-aim a lot more and efficiently around corners in Search and Destroy is pretty powerful. But anyway, he's already made a mistake here. He's pre-aiming a door where his enemies can't possibly be, and let alone the fact that his teammate is already in that room. So with his teammate being there, they couldn't possibly be there. You can see where the enemies are. That's the closest they can be pushed up at that point in the time. It's the start of the Search and Destroy round. Look where they all are. Now, I wouldn't suggest pushing into this top platform area. You can see where all they are. They've got cover and everything down there. If you're sitting up in this top platform, you're a sitting duck. So his teammate's probably going to get cleaned up there. It's not a good spot to be. But the reason Nick is pre-aiming here is beyond me, because it's impossible for the enemies to be there already, even with overdrive. Now, he's looking at walls. I'm not sure what he's doing here. Actually, I take that back. He's placing a trip mine. I think today we are dealing with the dumpster, baby. Now, I think Nick is still indecisive on what he wants to do. He's using a Man of War, so I'd like to see him play distance. It looks like he is. He's hanging out this area, okay? He's changed his positions. Where he's sitting down, not a bad spot. His sixth sense is going off. Right now, pause. Turn around, free kill. Shoot that enemy in the back. It swung past him. His sixth sense is blaring. He reacts really slow there, actually. He would have had a free kill, but I think he now knows they're in A. It's a 2v2 scenario. He knows they're in A. I think he's figured it out. But I'd like to say, where he is now is actually not a bad spot at all. You're covered from the main areas. Enemies like to go in that building and sit here. And where he is now, he's covered from both them areas, so the enemies won't be able to see him if they were to be there. But Bomb goes down A and he climbs in like this. That's another mistake. If the enemy was defending Bomb and on top of the staircase right here, he's opened himself up. He's not even looking in that direction, and he's a guaranteed death. If the enemies were there, he would already be dead. What I'd like to see him do instead is go to that staircase, head glitch that, but he climbs straight up. Luckily, they weren't there. He gets his combat knife out to check around the staircase area. It wouldn't be too bad. His combat knife is probably more powerful than a Man of War indoors. Okay, he sees no one around Bomb and he jumps the defuse. Now that's a really good play. If no one's there, he's in a 1v2 scenario. It'd be hard for him to clutch it indoors with a Man of War, and he decides to jump the Bomb instead and start defusing. Now a whole lot of people wouldn't do this, and it's probably the best play for this scenario, and it pays off. He ends up winning the round, so that was a really good play out of Nick. Jumping the Bomb as soon as realizing the enemies weren't around the Bomb, and he gets a round win for his team. Now, jumping into the offense round, it looks like it's heading towards the B bomb area, and as you can see on your mini-map, the Bomb is going to A. It's typical. The least amount of their team is at A, but that's where Bomb goes. It's always the dumpster babies that get the Bomb that have no idea how to play Search. But it looks like most of his team's around B now. He's playing it smart, pre-aiming around this. It's probably the weakest way to push B. His high caliber kicks in there, gets an easy kill. The high caliber Man of War is extremely powerful. A lot of people will run rapid fire though. Now this is a mistake. He's full sprint here and he doesn't have quick draw. He's going to lose that gunfight. The Man of War, like I said earlier, aims down slightly slower than every other assault rifle. He was full sprint in a common area. There's always players around B, sitting in the corners, so him full sprinting into B like that is suicide. If he had stock on, he could pre-aim and he'd probably have won that gunfight, but he goes in full sprint without quick draw, and he couldn't aim down sights in time to kill that enemy. It was a guaranteed death on his part. Not alone the fact that they could be in the corners there. The amount of ninja diffusers and people in the corners around that Bomb, and he just full sprints looking straight ahead with tunnel vision. So he basically gave the enemy a kill that round. He ends up falling. Now he's back on defense, still using the Man of War class with the trip mine, and he's pushing over to B. That's a good thing. He's mixing it up, not doing the same thing he did last round. It didn't work out. As you can see on your screen now though, the enemy have a care package. Now what I've started to do in Search and Destroy is to destroy care packages and UAVs with launchers. I got the L4 Siege, so I'll use that, but other launchers are better. It's 75 score per destroy in Search and Destroy, so if they get a UAV and a care package and you destroy both of them, that's 150 free score. So chances are if they got a care package, they will have a UAV, so I would change class to something with a launcher and take it out, or even just change to Ghost to stay off the UAV. But it seems like he doesn't pay much attention to the enemy's streaks, and he's running straight into B. Now right here you want to pre-aim, because the enemies will, if I pause right here, this is a meeting point. It seems like he's doing it. He's playing smart. He's coming around pre-aimed with the Man of War at range, so this isn't a bad play at all. sticking back at range with the Man of War. He's got grip and high caliber, so he stands a good chance of winning any gunfights if the enemies are at the end of that cave there. So what he's doing right now, I cannot blame him for. Now, his teammate ends up picking up that kill at the end of the bridge. He's pushing right up. If he sticks back, it's a better head glitch. But right now, his sixth sense is going off, so his teammate obviously just jumped over someone's head. Someone is actually directly underneath him, which he should be able to realize, seeing as his sixth sense is going off. Just because his teammate jumped over there does not mean he's safe. His sixth sense is going off. For some reason, he's still pre-aiming the end of the bridge. There's no way his sixth sense would be going off right now if the player was at the end of the bridge. It has to be directly next to him, and the player ends up cleaning him up. I'm not sure if Nick knows what sixth sense does, but he didn't react to the sixth sense that time and ended up dying because of it. There's many plays he could have made there, but he doesn't even react to the fact his sixth sense is going off. But anyway, we're jumping back into offense, and the bomb now looks like it's going over to B. But have a look on your mini-map where all his teammates are. There's only 2 at B. Last round, most of them were at B. But now that the bomb's going to B, all his team are going to A. Typical stupid Black Ops 3 teammates. No idea what's going on. But it looks like they're heading to the end of the bridge, which I would like to say is the weakest spot to push into B. This bomb head glitch, you'll only see the top of their heads. And if you come around this corner, your whole top shoulders and body will be exposed. It's such a weak way to push into B. If enemies were sitting on that bomb head glitch there, that you would literally get picked off like a fly. It's the weakest way. You're at a disadvantage going to the end of bridge here. The best way to push it is jumping out this window, ledge sliding off that frame there, and jumping into the water. Now, the enemies could be pushed up in the middle area at this point in time, but if you ledge slide out or jump out straight into the water, you literally got a 1% chance of dying to people in middle, and you get a free entry into B. Now, once you get to the underneath the bridge here, I would suggest throwing a stun or a flashbang up, and literally anybody that's around this bomb, which usually there's a player defending B, is a free kill. This is a free kill if you get into the water. Stun or flashbang up, probably flashbang seeing as they're better. Jump up there, and it's literally free kills. It's the strongest way to push into B, yet a whole lot of players don't do it. B bomb site's probably the best bomb to go to unhunted. It's the easiest to defend, but then again, only 2 of them are here at this point in time. Now, we know no one's defending B, but he doesn't. You got to assume someone's defending B, and he comes around crawled. Now, if he's crawling around that corner, that's literally the worst way you can possibly do it. Just forget about his teammate. If someone was head glitching there and he comes around crawling around the corner, the enemy's going to see his shoulders and legs crawl around the corner before this guy sees them. If you crawl around corners in any Call of Duty, you will always be seen before you see them. By the time his head gets around that corner to see his enemy, the enemy's already going to have an advantage on him, because the enemy's going to know he's there simply because he's seen his shoulders. See, he's crawling around right now. By the time he sees the enemy's already seen him. So it's literally the worst way you can do it, and the fact that you can't move. But his teammate dies directly below him to a brekkie shotgun. Now, if this enemy was to jump up, Man of War versus brekkie, the brekkie you don't even need to aim with, this guy is screwed. Like 99% of the time, this guy's going to lose that gunfight. Man of War versus brekkie. So I'd like to see him realize that his teammate died in the water directly below him and do something about it. Get out of there. Okay, the enemy sees him, he puts a few shots on it and jumps straight in the water. Okay, he's screwed. Yep, rest in peace. He should have backed up there, jumps into the water chasing a brekkie that knew where he was. Not the best play in the world, and he ends up getting punished for it. Now, I'd like to see him pull an ace out his sleeve, mix it up, but he's starting off the round slow. He's losing 3-1. I want to see him do something different, and already, he's taking the slowest rush route to get where he's going. I'm assuming he's going back into that building. Run straight through here, jump up is the fastest way to go. Or get into a bird's eye view. He's literally taking an L-shaped rush route, the longest way you can possibly go to get in that building. Taking it the Grandpa way up the staircase. There is advanced movement in this game. You may as well frigging use it. Look at where his teammates are and look where he is. They're a mile ahead of him. His teammates will know where the enemies will be at the start of the round and are getting to where they're going while he's playing slow. Now, another very big mistake right here. He's playing inside the building with the Man of War. This is a strong gun at range and he's using it indoors. Right now, he stands a little chance of winning gunfights. If an SMG gets in here, he's gone. The stuff I'll show you where you should be going with a Man of War. You're making the Man of War weak playing inside. You should rush out here, get to this box at the start of the round, pre-aim that window. Now, you could pick off enemies that are sliding into the water here, or get a few shots on them, or if they sit out that window and look at you, you can get free kills, and you're using the Man of War at medium range, which is where the Man of War is best at. So if he rushes to here, that would be a good way to go. And you can also jump shot up here, watch down the middle there. These are the best ways to take the Man of War. I'll show you another rush route as well. A bit less likely, to do well with, just because if you rush over here to this red car area, they can be wall running. Forget the enemies are there. At the start of the round, you can use this head glitch on the red truck to pick off enemies, but you're probably going to be versing snipers. But what you want to be doing with the man of war, and what I'm getting at, is playing with it at range. Right now, he's sitting indoors with an assault rifle, so his chances of surviving this round are very low. Now, he's in a 2v5 scenario, so right now the best thing to do would literally be back up and try pick off enemies. Being in this room in a 2v5 scenario, even if he gets a kill or two, I don't see him living this round off. Now, he's seen the tracker footsteps on the ground there. His trip mine just went off, so he should know an enemy's in that platform area, which there is. There's a few outside. He's literally going to get sandwiched here and picked off. By the looks of it, aims in and gets double teamed. Bit unfortunate. Now, it looks like he'll end up losing this game. He's in a 4v1 scenario, and that's exactly what happens. He ends up losing 4-1. That is pretty much it. What didn't make this episode to abuse Nick or say he did bad. There's definitely a lot of things to learn from with how he played it, and that's the reason I'm doing this. The Analyze random, I would say what would be the best way to do certain scenarios, just so you guys can learn from it. So the last episode I did on a tryhard, and it was less mistakes he made and more what he was doing right. But in this episode, I said like a lot of things he could have done to his gameplay to improve it, which is the reason I'm doing these, and you guys seem to enjoy watching it. So that is all for today. If you guys did enjoy, don't forget to smack that like button, and if you're not subscribed, hit that one too. Thanks, guys.